Hey there folks, how you doing? This is Matt. I'm here to talk to you about the Apple Watch today, which I got as a surprise present from my incredible wife Lauren. It's an early birthday present and my birthday isn't until the beginning of June, but this arrived today and I was allowed to open it up, so I am pretty thrilled with it. Hopefully you can hear me. Just let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay. I hope you can. This is the regular Apple Watch, the stainless steel one. It's not the sport one, it's certainly not the edition one. It's got the black sport band, and this is the 38mm version, which is the smaller of the two. Thank you to those who are saying happy early birthday. So yeah, it's kind of nice, isn't it? The way it works is the face is off until you do something with your wrist that makes it think you are raising it up to have a look at it. You can do the Hey Siri thing to activate it, but only when the screen is enabled. So you would lift it up and then it would turn the screen on, and then you can just say Hey Siri. So let's have a play with it. You can turn it on just by sort of tapping the screen as well. This is one of the many watch faces. You can choose from loads of them, and you can customize all the little extra pieces of information or complications that are on them. There's jellyfish, there's astronomy that lets you sort of spin the earth around and see where sunrise and sunset are. There's a colour one, you can choose all of the various colours you want to use. There's a kind of diving watch looking one. There's the animated Mickey Mouse you've probably seen on the web, and there's a huge clock face with just big numbers for those like myself who don't have particularly fantastic vision. But we'll just go with the one that I've got just now. Really nice second hand there. Someone's asking if the phone battery takes a hit when it's paired. It does take a little bit of a hit, yeah, but it's really nothing that's going to give you a problem with using your phone for the whole day. I've got an iPhone 6 regular, and the iPhone 6 Plus obviously has an even better battery. And yeah, someone's saying you do use your phone a lot less. Someone's asking, can I show off some third-party apps? Yeah, I'm going to show you all of that stuff. So you press this digital crown in to go to the home screen, which is where all your apps live. So you can pan around and they get bigger as they get near to the center. You can see that there's Microsoft OneNote there, there's the Guardian app. We've got Dark Skies in there, just down there. It's TripAdvisor, 1Password, we've got OmniFocus, Shazam's in there. What else do we have? That looks like delivery status. Sorry, the colour reproduction isn't particularly great. We've got Twitter there. And you can tap any of these, or you can zoom into the one that's in the middle. Someone says nice unboxing on Twitter. Yeah, I posted all the photographs of unboxing this thing earlier. It's a gorgeous box. It's a different box from the sport one. The sport one's got a long box. This one has a sort of a slightly more sort of cubic one. From any screen you can press this side button here to go to your wheel of friends. So I've got a few people, you can tap them or you can use the digital crown spinning to go to a particular person. So I was asking, what if you turn it upside down? I think it thinks that you no longer want to look at it if you turn it upside down, so it puts the screen off. That's my dad. So yeah, you can quickly get to your contacts there, and what I'll do is I'll go to someone who's got an Apple Watch like Neil, and we'll send him some taps. Oh, if you turn it for lefties, you can choose which wrist it's on, and you can choose which side you want the digital crown on as well. So you do that in the iPhone companion app, and then it sort of adjusts the interface for you. So that's just sent Neil some taps and a little hi sketch, and we can send him my heartbeat as well if I hold down. Oops, that was not what I meant to do. If I hold down 2 fingers on here, it should send the heartbeat. There you go. Yeah, I've got quite a bit more rapid than usual heartbeat, I guess because I'm talking to you guys. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. So let's go back out to the home screen. You're seeing activity in the middle there. Let's zoom in. This tracks the amount you're standing and moving around, and what is the other thing? I forget, but it's basically an activity tracker. You can set your calorie move goal for the day. I remind you, I've only had this for a few hours and I have been mostly sedentary. But it tracks that and it gives you periodic reminders. If you've been sitting down for a while, it pings you, gives you a notification with a sound and with a sort of tap on the wrist, reminding you to stand up every so often, which is cool, I suppose. What else can we look at? Let's have a look at settings. Most of the settings are in the iPhone companion app, where you set most of the stuff there, but you can do some basic things on this. You can set the clock display ahead. As it says, all the alerts and notifications still come in at the time you want, but it just changes the faces to have the to move it a few minutes ahead if you want to always be early, or at least not be late for things. People are asking about accessibility. Yeah, there's voiceovers built into this, and hopefully I just turned it on.
Settings.
So that's voiceover.
Photos. Passbook. One password.
Just as you would expect, there's a zoom function and large text as well.
Voiceover off.
So there's bold text, you can reduce the motion and the animation, you can reduce transparency, increase contrast, and so on. Someone's asking me to say, "Hey Siri." Hey Siri. Actually, I think that only works when you're on the clock face. Let's try it from the clock face. Hey Siri. No, I guess it's not doing it for us, guys. It was working fine when I was out earlier on, so I guess it's just been awkward. From the clock face, you can swipe down to get notifications like on your iPhone. I don't have any at the moment. You can swipe up to get what are called your glances, which are these little sort of status screens for Apple apps and third-party apps. Yeah, Salt's a swing. Actually played through for you, but it did play Sultan's here. You got weather. This is Dark Sky, which is the third-party, really awesome sort of predictive weather app thingy. Battery life, my calendar. You can ping the iPhone, do airplane mode, do not disturb, mute. There's loads of glances. You can choose which ones are on the watch and where they are in the scrolling list using the iPhone companion app for the watch. So let's go back out, go back to the home. I haven't actually played with too many of these apps. Photos, I don't know if I have any on here. That's my contact lenses, which I'd taken a picture of. I don't know why that's on there. I've not used the camera remote yet. No, I have not. Passbook you have, which I don't really have any cards in that, and of course in the UK we don't have Apple Pay yet, so I unfortunately cannot show you that. You can take calls. You've probably seen this in the Apple demo videos. Someone's saying zoom out in photos using the digital crown. I'll do that then. I think I may only have one photo on it for some inexplicable reason. You can shift these about, you hold down and get the wiggle mode for rearranging, and it sort of stays above your fingers so that you can see where it is, and they move about just like icons in the home screen. The third party apps have got little X icons so that you can tap and delete them. Someone's asking, is that OmniFocus? That is indeed OmniFocus. You see there, it's round at the side, here it is. You sometimes get these little progress spinners because these third-party watch apps are actually running on the phone. They've only got their UI resources and graphics on the watch device itself, as I understand it, the actual code execution happens on the phone, so that's why there's sometimes that occasional little spinner just as it starts up. I've got one password here. I'm not really sure what that is. I mean, on the watch, I mean, I guess it probably gives me access to my passwords. Not sure how useful that is. Mail, etc., etc. Someone's asking about accessibility. Yeah, I demoed that briefly. It does have voiceover. You can choose to enable the triple click the digital crown button to switch on voiceover. It doesn't present a menu, it just immediately turns on either voiceover or Zoom depending on what you've chosen in the companion iPhone app, and then voiceover works as you would expect. You swipe left or right to go to items, you double tap to activate them, single tap to select items. It's pretty much like you're used to on the phone. Someone's asking what happens when you start camera remote. I'm not going to try because I guess it might stop this video, so don't know. I'll give it a go later and I'll tell you on Twitter. It really is a lovely thing. I've got incredibly tiny wrists, about sort of 15.5 centimetre circumference. I've got very, very, very slender wrists for a man, I suppose. So this is just the 38mm, the smaller of the two Apple Watches, and it really is a lovely little thing. Even the stainless steel one, which is heavier than the sport aluminium, is very light and comfortable. How does the strap feel? This is just the sports strap, the whatever it is, fluoroelastomer. It's really comfortable. I've had it on for hours now. It's not sort of sticky or sweaty or pinching or anything like that, even with my reasonably hairy arms. It's a very, very comfortable thing. And it's pretty as well. Their wife complains about sweating under the white sport band. I guess I'd need to try it with a workout on to see how that goes, but I'm looking forward to getting some third-party straps as well. Someone asked about all the orange Apple icons. Yeah, there are quite a few of those. I think it's like world clock and timer and stopwatch and things like that. They're all orange. A little bit confusing maybe. We've got Overcast in there, Hey Marco, got Amazon. I think that's Instagram, Skype, Keynote Remote. Plenty of apps. When you first pair it, you're given the option of automatically loading all of the watch compatible apps from your phone onto it, or you can just go in yourself in the companion app and manually add them, which is a matter of just flicking a on-off switch and they just come straight across. Some of them also have separate switches for whether or not they're included in glances, which is, when you're at the watch face, which is the thing that's down below. What's the screenshot taking animation? I don't think it does an animation. I think it just sort of does it makes the shutter noise. But let's try it. Oops, that wasn't it. Why am I failing to take a screenshot? It's always when you're actually showing it to someone that it doesn't work, isn't it? No, it's not having it just now. Maybe I'm not pressing it quite properly. Hi from Paris, Euro in the house. Hello, Euro Maestro. How you doing? How's Paris today? Edinburgh's pretty sunny. I was actually going to turn the watch towards the window to try and show you what it's like outside instead of this phone that's sitting in a stand. I'm already starting to have this kind of cognitive overlap between the two devices. You know, what I've noticed is I'm still not managing to do the screenshot, which is strange. Yeah, what I've noticed is I am looking at the phone a lot less often. When I'm here at home, my phone usually sits in the dock that I've got sitting on my desk, and I can just have this thing on and wander about, and have access to my notifications and do my messages and all that kind of stuff without having to bother with having the phone beside me. Ian has sent a generic rude message. This is because I'm on Periscope talking to all of you. He wanted that to sort of show up, but it only showed up on my phone and my Mackie, and I don't think it actually gave us a notification on the watch, so haha. Oh, there we go. Hi, Ian. I assume you're tuned in watching the video as well. How you doing, man? How is it over in Lanark? We could reply to Ian. How about a smiley? You've maybe seen this. They've got these animated smiley guys. That little thing that appeared, the little scrolly green bar thing, that means you can use the digital crown to scroll to different things. And it's nice because it actually does transition animations between these animated smiley people. The dots along the bottom, of course, the standard you can move to the side. There's collections of smiley people, there's collections of hearts. I'm not going to send Ian a love heart. I do love the man, but it's probably not that appropriate. We've got a little hand. That maybe looks rude to you because the white balance is off, but I assure you the thumb is towards us, not away, so it's not actually rude. I've yet to use these. We've got some recent emojis as well. I could send Ian a ghost, I suppose. There you go, Ian. Have a ghost. Go back out to the messages list and back out. The haptic feedback, the sort of tap on the wrist thing, it's perfectly pronounced. You know, I'm walking down the street and you can definitely notice it. Someone's asking what edition of watch is this? This is the regular Apple Watch, not the Sport and not the really expensive gold one. This is the regular stainless steel, and it's got a black sport band attached to it. So that's the one that this is. This is a screen on maximum brightness, and I've got the haptic feedback set to maximum as well, which was the default. And it's, as I say, it's very, very noticeable. Even if you mute the audio, you don't miss any of these notifications. It's just like a nice little sort of firm tap on the wrist, just kind of like that. You know, if someone sort of walked up to you and did that, you really do notice it. But it's nice and subtle and it doesn't disturb anyone that's around you. So yeah, I'm going to do some additional scopes, I think, if that's what we're calling periscopes. It seems to be. Get some of the comments that have been going past on specific apps and features, but for now that just gives you a sort of basic overview of how it works. You've got the watch faces, down for notifications, up for glances, the home screen, which is reasonably iOS-like. You pan around, it's sort of a fisheye thing where tiny icons become bigger as they get nearer the middle of the screen. Hopefully you can see that animation happening. Someone asked, where's the choice to change colours to match your outfits? Yeah, if you go to the face here, you hard press, force press to get the choice of faces, and different faces offer different customizations. So, someone asked, does touching the display when a watch is asleep wake up the display? Yes, it does. It does indeed. You don't need to force touch it, just tapping the display will waken it right up. This is the colour face, for example. Let's go in and customize that. So what you can do is, again, it's a scrolly thing. You can see the little scrolly green indicator. That means you can turn the digital crown to change the colour. You need to give it a good twist. That's sort of a light blue. I know the colour production isn't great on this video, sorry about that. This is a green sort of colour. This is yellow. That's how you change it. In the middle there it says MG, that's because they're my initials, Matt Gemmell. It's a monogram. You can choose to add that in the middle there. It doesn't have to be your initials, that's just the default. You can choose any 1 to 4 character monogram you want, including, you know, like Apple logos and weird symbols and stuff, using the companion Apple Watch iPhone app. These boxes are the things you can customize, the complications. So if I go down here and tap this one, it's off at the moment, hopefully you can see that, but I can use the digital crown to scroll down. That's the date and the moon phase, sunrise and sunset, weather. That's the activity thing for how much I've been standing up and walking around, alarms, timers. There's lots of different things. And different faces, as I say, have different customizations. We've got Mickey Mouse along a bit here. Where's Mickey? There he is. And there's some really cool, there's jellyfish and things. Jellyfish sort of fade in and start animating around and swimming about. Kind of funky, isn't it? It's not motion sensitive, but they're just sort of swimming around on their own. It's very hypnotic. And there's the astronomy one. So I think that's got my location, and I think I can use the digital crown to move time ahead in terms of where the sun will be around the Earth. That's one where you can actually play with the watch face, which is kind of cool. You can see the lights coming on and going off in all the countries as well. They've spent a lot of time on these. They're not just like static background images, these are little apps in and of themselves. In the motion one, if I customize it, you can pick what it is. Actually, is that right? Yeah, you can pick what it is here. So jellyfish, we've got flowers, we've got the butterflies that you've probably seen in the demo videos. And you can, whenever you customize one of these, it's saved. So the next time you go back into it, you get all your settings back and all your complications, which are the little ancillary bits of information and your colors and things. There's a modular one. This is all live data. I mean, the time isn't live, but that is a piece of calendar data from a task I've got for tomorrow. And you can add new ones as well. Someplace, yeah, there it is at the end of the list. So there's loads of customization on offer. It's a lovely thing. It's actually very elegant, and by changing up the straps and switching faces and customizing colours and complications, you can take it from a workout watch to a quite dressy out in the evening thing. There's a butterfly flapping at me. I was very surprised at how elegant and usable it is. It's a beautiful thing. If you get a chance to try one out, which you can do at the Apple Store, you really should think about it. This was a surprise gift from my wife. She ordered it 1 week ago today, and it shipped just that quickly, even though they were saying it would be late May or early June. I think it's because this is the 38mm. I think the 42, the larger one, is a bit more popular perhaps, so in this one case I've benefited from having dainty little wrists. I think I'll leave it there, guys, because I've been rabbiting on for a wee while, but I'll hopefully do some more periscopes later on about specific apps. If you've got your own Apple Watch coming, then as we say here in Scotland, I wish you health to wear it. You're really going to enjoy it. Someone asked what about its thickness and sleeves. It's really not very thick at all. It looks thicker in photographs on the video than it is. A shirt sleeve would happily go over that. I'll be posting more photographs of it and screenshots of apps on my Twitter feed in due course. No, Safari cannot put something up on the watch. There's no web browser on the watch as far as I'm aware. But yes, I'm going to head off. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you very much for tuning in and for the comments and questions, and I will talk to you soon.